in the back.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Shi?
Here.
Mr. Errico?
Here.
Mrs. Ward?
Here.
Mrs. Maroney?
Here.
Mrs. Peng?
Here.
Mr. Brescher?
Here.
Mrs. Patel?
Here.
Mrs. Conway?
Here.
Dr. Chen?
Here.
All present.
Opening statement, the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this act, the Edison Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted in the Board of Education administrative offices. Copies of these notices were sent to the Home News Tribune and the Star Ledger on October 31st, 2019. The public may participate at regular meetings in accordance with the bylaws and the applicable state regulations. So let's go through the agenda. Any board members, any comments? Open discussion? See none, public comments? Yes.
Carol Badowski, 39 Jonathan Drive. I know you're here tonight to talk about the superintendent position, and I just want to ask you to please choose wisely. Selecting the superintendent of schools is possibly the most important responsibility of a Board of Ed member. The right choice can help us achieve new levels of excellence in Edison for the schools. The wrong choice can keep us shackled and in turmoil for years. So please choose wisely. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comments? All right, I just want to take this opportunity to congratulate Shannon Penn, Carol Badowski, and Shivi Prasad for winning the election. Looking forward to work with them. And also today is a very special day. It's the Veterans Day. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the veterans and their families for all the sacrifice they made to keep the freedom, for our country. Thank you. See none, let's go to the closed session. Dan?
Whereas Section 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Laws of 1975 permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting in certain circumstances, and whereas this public body is of the opinion that such circumstances presently exist, now therefore be resolved by the Board of Education of the Township of Edison as follows. 1, the public shall be excluded from discussion of and action upon the herein specified subject matters. 2, the general nature of the subject matter to be discussed is as follows. Attorney-client privilege discussion regarding superintendent search. 3, it is anticipated at this time that the above stated subject matter should be made public at such time as the need for non-disclosure no longer exists. And 4, this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Can I have a motion? Okay, Mr. Errico, second. Mrs. Maroney?
Dr. Chen?
Yes.
Mrs. Conway?
Yes.
Mr. Patel?
Yes.
Mr. Brescher?
Yes.
Mrs. Peng?
Yes.
Mrs. Maroney?
Yes.
Mrs. Ward?
Yes.
Mr. Errico?
Yes.
Mr. Shi?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
All right, we don't expect to come back for any other actions. See you guys on November 20th here for the caucus meeting. Thank you. Okay, so there's a miscommunication here. We will need to come back and vote on a resolution. Yes. So probably an hour.
And what resolution will that be?
To send the county su-
contract to the executive county superintendent to approve.
So you have to, oh, wait a minute, sit. You stated that nothing was going to happen. We made a motion, we seconded, and we said yes to those motions. So now you have to, if you're changing your mind, Jerry, then we have to put it back to a vote.
Well, the motion was to go to closed session.
But you announced also that no actions
That's
would
what-
be
that's
taken
why-
at this
that-
time.
that's
So
why-
you have to,
That's why I corrected it.
Just corrected this.
but we never voted on it,
We don't need to vote
that
on
this was
it.
gonna take place.
There's no vote.
It's not vote on. The
So
vote,
you can just change your mind.
that's not, I changed my mind.
Yeah.
We can always add it on, because it was a different I misunderstood the concept of that. I thought that what we need to do is just get internal agreement to send it on, but Ramon's recommendation is to have a public vote. That's why we're coming back for a vote.
That doesn't seem to go with the rules.
Motion to reconvene, can I, okay, Mr. Arago, second? Okay, Dr. Chen.
Dr. Chen?
Yes.
Mrs. Conway?
Yes.
Mr. Patel?
Yes.
Mr. Brescher?
Yes.
Mrs. Pang?
Yes.
Mrs. Ward? Open session, go back to open
Sorry,
session?
I have to wait till these things go on.
Okay. This is the vote to go back to open session.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Mr. Derico?
Yes.
Mr. Shi?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
All right, so this is the resolution that we have right now. Basically, what we're gonna do is we discuss the contract briefly. So, we're just gonna send the contract to the county,
On this.
Yeah, so you watch.
Okay.
What is the process?
So the process for the board here is to,
Oh, I need to add this on.
yes, we need to add this to the agenda by a motion and a second, and then a vote to add it to the agenda. The board should then vote to add it to the agenda, permit public comment on this resolution, and then vote on the resolution. The resolution is to authorize board council to transmit the superintendent contract to the executive county superintendent for review and approval as fast as possible. And then once it's approved by the executive county superintendent, it would be then brought back to the board for a formal vote.
Make a motion to add it to the agenda?
Okay, second? Okay, Dr. Chen?
Dr. Chen?
Yes.
Mrs. Conway?
No.
Mr. Patel?
Yes.
Mr. Brescher?
Yes.
Mrs. Pang?
Yes.
Mrs. Ward?
No.
Ms. Derico?
Yes.
Mr. Shi?
Yes.
6 yes, 2 no.
Okay, now public comment.
Public comments, anyone on this resolution? See none?
I
We'll
have,
have a-
is
yes?
there board comments?
Yes.
Mr. Shi, I just want to go on record that I'm very disappointed that this is taking place because this was advertised that we were going to open up, go into closed session, nothing was going to be accomplished, and it was not going to be brought back to the public. And I just want to let you know, because of that, we have two people sitting here, whereas I think that if the public knew that we were going to make any decisions tonight, that more people would have been here. Not that many more, but you would have given them the chance. And I really feel upset that we're doing this. We're being accused of doing a lot of things lately, and this is just going to show the public, yes, we're doing it, and I want it on record that I am against it
Thank you,
for those reasons.
thank you. All right,
Need a vote now to send it?
anybody else?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. I just want to say, I do not believe this man should be
Oh,
brought back.
We're not talking about the person.
No, we're not, no, please.
The vote tonight is to only send the draft contract to the executive county superintendent to review and approve. It's not to vote to approve the contract.
Okay. Dan?
Can I have a motion?
Oh, motion?
Okay. Ms. Derico? Dr. Chen?
Dr. Chen?
Yes.
Mrs. Conway?
No.
Mr. Patel?
Yes.
Mr. Brescher?
Yes.
Mrs. Pang?
Yes.
Mrs. Ward?
No.
Ms. Derico?
Yes.
Mr. Shi?
Yes.
6 yes, 2 no.
Now we'll get the motion to go back into closed session.
So, yeah, we need to go back again.
Okay. Whereas Section 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Laws of 1975, I got one too, permits the exclusion from the public from a meeting in certain circumstances, and this public body is of the opinion that such circumstances presently exist. Now therefore be resolved by the Board of Education of the Township of Edison as follows. 1, The public shall be excluded from the discussion of and action upon the herein specified subject matters. 2, the general nature of the subject matter to be discussed as follows. Attorney-client privilege discussion regarding superintendent search. 3, is anticipated at this time that the above stated subject matter shall be made public at such time as the need for non-disclosure no longer exists, and 4, this resolution shall take effect immediately.
All right, can I have a motion? Okay, Mr. Erico, second. Okay, Mrs. Patel.
Dr. Chen? Mrs. Conway?
Yes.
Mr. Patel? Mr. Brescher?
Yes.
Mrs. Peng?
Yes.
Mrs. Ward?
Yes.
Mr. Derico?
Yes.
Mr. Shi?
Yes,
All yes.
now we don't expect to come back.
Are you sure?
See you guys out, absolutely. See you guys on November 20th.